Sup guys, I'm actually recording this part after the rest of the video because I rambled a lot, which is fine, but I want to make it clear what's going on here because I didn't really actually get to the point in the video. So here's the spark notes of the important stuff. So this is going to be the final recorded video on the channel Cubawak. I still might stream, I still might do silly things and hang out in that way in streaming sense. But Cubawak is a channel that I have had for a long time. I have been Cubawak for a very long time. And I have shifted my mindset too much to trying to make a career out of YouTube, trying so many different crazy things, and trying to hold on to the 5,000, nearly 6,000 subscribers that I have, that it is very hard for me to pivot on this channel to anything else before I come to fully resent all of the time I have spent trying to turn YouTube into a career, because I keep trying it and keep failing because it doesn't work out for everybody. And instead of driving it to the ground, losing every ounce of my passion for YouTube and just being resentful at everything that I have built and worked towards, it's time to set this channel to rest as a sweet dream before it grows into a nightmare. That's a little Kingdom Hearts-ish reference for you, but I want to hold on to my fond memories of Cubawak and my gaming videos and everything I've been through and tried and all the different evolutions of me and my content on this channel. I want to remember that fondly, and I'm at that point. I'm beyond that point where, the passion for what I have done on this channel is simply gone. And I'm watching, it's like beating a dead horse, or like trying to ride a dead horse, however that phrase goes. There's just no fuel left in the tank, and it feels like a chore. And the best thing I can do with Cubawak is let it rest and hold on to it fondly, as I still do, and start anew. Try again on a different channel, which I'm going to be doing, Cody Mack, and I'm not even trying. I'm just having fun with it. I'm going back to my roots of making videos simply because it's fun to make videos. That's basically the gist. I wanted to make that a little more clear and concise and get my emotions and thoughts out on that before we get into the rest of it. Here's the actual video. Thank you guys. The rest of this is a lot more off the rip. I haven't recorded in so long, recorded, and even longer than I haven't, streamed. I haven't just talked to a camera, and I used to love doing this, and now I'm so rusty, and I feel, nervous and embarrassed, because I know that I used to be much more of a natural at this. But hello, it is me, it is Cubawak, aka Cody. You know me, you've known me for a while, probably, if you're actually watching this video. And, yeah, I am making this because there's just some things I've wanted to say, and I've wanted to record this video for a while, but I've just been having a hard time finding the nerve, I think because it's been so long, and it's just weird. It's like a lot of things that aren't really hard to accept anymore, but they're just weird to accept, and it's weird to actually get on a video and, face these things, I guess. But anyways, we're gonna get into the whole what's going on with my channel, why do I always come and go, and what's happening next. But this time, I'm not, showing back up to tell you, hey, we're gonna be here for a while. Here's the plan moving forward. We're getting back into Pokemon, back into gaming. I have a few points here, so I'll be looking at my phone. First off, I would like to apologize to the people who have supported the content, supported the channel, and most of all, made friendships with me. I'm talking to people that were just other adults online who ran into my content, oh, you're a chill dude. And then we end up talking on Discord or in Twitter DMs or something, just talking about games every now and then. How you doing, man? Those are the people that I apologize to more than anybody, because, I don't say anything when I disappear. I don't really stay active on social media when I stop making content or Discord, so I kind of just disappear. In the real world and in IRL relationships and friendships, stuff like that is frowned upon. It's not really that cool. It's not being that good of a friend. And even though my online friends I've never met in real life, it's a different type of friendship. I could still at least say, like, hey, I'm not going to be making content anymore. You could reach me here. I will always reply when I see it. And yada, yada, yada. I didn't do that. I never do that. I just disappear, and I reply to DMs every now and then. And yeah, you get the point. Sorry. I do feel bad, but I don't, like, beat myself up about it. I kind of want to talk about just the truth of the matter with this channel, why I think I always try and stop making content ever so consistently. Ever so consistently, I'm like, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do it this time. Make ever so slight changes. Try something else. No, I'm going back to the thing I've always done that I know I've got the power to do. Blah, 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 blah. I feel like there's a deeper reason for it that roots back to my childhood, actually truly loving to make content, to make videos, and also having this, like, passion and dream and ambition to make YouTube into a career. When my brain starts going full career YouTuber mode, I'm like, well, what's the easiest way there to leverage my current audience and make content they're going to enjoy the most? And even if it is at the time what I want to make, what I'm going to enjoy the most, there's not longevity in it. I made gaming content on YouTube for years and years on end, like literally consistently, no breaks, had a blast. Ever since I took the first big break from that, every time I come back, I can't make it a year. I cannot make it a year. I can't even make it 6 months most of the time, if 3 months, because I go at it the same pace I used to. I burn out because I realize, like, there is no long-term passion in this type of content for me. Maybe it'd be different if, like, it was paying bills. I'd have a little more work ethic for it, but everybody knows you don't want to get stuck in a content trap like that, doing it because it's paying the bills and you're too scared to shift into things you actually want to do. So there's a lot of psychological reasons why I've always tried, and then why I tried doing the whole, like, Mr. Beast Eric style. That was definitely more of a, I want to do YouTube for a career, I always have, time to step up my game like everybody else is who's making it, and do content like that, because that's more likely to succeed. I think that was a terrible choice. There was a few videos in there that I was like, wow, that was actually a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind doing more stuff like that, but I can't come up with consistent ideas like that. On top of that, I work a lot at my job that actually does pay the bills. I like spending time with my family. I'm engaged. We got a dog. Right now I'm doing a night shift, so I'm staying up all night, sleeping through the sun. And my fiance is completely adjusted with me because we just love spending time together, and all the time we have been getting to spend together is phenomenal. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But with all of that in mind, it's hard for me to dedicate free time, the little bit that I do have, that I could be spending with my family. It's hard for me to dedicate it to something where the passion just burns out quick because I've done it for so long. I'm just truthfully burnt out on it. I'm not even as big of a Pokemon fan as I'm probably less of a Pokemon fan now than I've ever been in my life. Just because I've been into it so much, I have played it more than any other game in my life. I'm still going to play all the new games at least once, but nothing's going to bring me back to that game. Pokemon is the easiest path to getting views on my content with the current subscribers that are still subscribed to the channel. Even though it's not an active channel, it's not something I could do. It's just not something I could do. I would still love to create content for a living. I would still love to get extra money from creating content, even if I'm still doing my job, because I love making content. It's a lot of fun. But at the same time, I tried for a very long time, and I wasn't as good as a lot of the people who made it happen, a lot of the people who made it into their career, and, you know, it doesn't work out for everybody. A lot of really promising creators and people who make anything, who do anything for a living, just don't make it where they have the potential to make it, and, you know, it's never fun to admit or accept that, but it's kind of what happened to me. I watched other YouTubers doing the same thing I was doing start after me, blow up, and they're still doing it for a career now. And I'm like, man, you know, maybe I wasn't as entertaining as them. I didn't have the same personality. I hadn't developed it yet. But, you know, it's kind of, you know, just unfortunate to see that, like, hey, man, I had as much potential as a lot of those guys, and they got the eyes on them, and I didn't. And that's that's just how the cookie crumbles. I do construction. I do 12-hour days now. I drive a lot. I commute a lot. And I put the food on the table. I own a house now. Like, I've shifted so far away from that YouTube lifestyle and YouTube dream where, like, it's hard to dedicate the time to it because I know if I keep doing what I'm doing now, I will be taken care of. I have a wonderful family I love spending time with. My life's good, man. I really can't complain. Every now and then my back hurts, and I can complain about that. That's because I got to lift with my knees more. But, you know, it's just a matter of it's really hard. I spent the days I had to spend really trying to get YouTube as a career. Back when I was a kid, I didn't have responsibilities. I spent that time trying, and it just didn't happen for me, you know? Whether it be I didn't try hard enough, I didn't make the right content, or I didn't get lucky in times when other people doing the same thing as me were. Whatever it might be. Maybe I just suck. Maybe I'm just unenjoyable. People think I'm a jerk. Do I look mean? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know that's not the case. But, you know, that's just the hard truth of the matter. But with how much I love my life, it's hard to beat myself up about it anymore. You know, for a long time, I felt down about that fact that YouTube wasn't my career, no matter how many years of my life I spent trying to make it happen. I was watching other people start after me and succeed, and I was bitter. I was envious for a long time, but now it's like, man, it's like a must be nice type of thing, which a lot of people say to a lot of things. Doesn't mean I don't love my life, and I don't have any problem doing what I'm doing right now for as long as I need to. You know, maybe I'd like to work some shorter days and make the same amount of money, if not more. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? But, you know, at the end of the day, I have a pretty cool job that I enjoy, and I have an awesome family that I love, and it's one of those things. I cannot complain, and it's easy to get over the fact that YouTube didn't work out now, you know, and that's why I'm making this video now, I think. But there's more to come, you know. I'm not like fully throwing my hat up and throwing up the white flag, throwing my towel in the ring and calling it quits, you know. I'm just taking a huge step back, but we'll get to that more in a bit. Bear with me. This video is for the people who have been here for a while, and I'm just kind of ranting. I love to talk. You know, that's mostly what we can look forward to, is me talking on camera. Okay. So, I kind of just started going into this without even reading it and remembering it was coming up next. But I still have lots of ambition and passion for creating content, creating YouTube videos. YouTube is kind of just my home when it comes to creating content. It feels the most at home. It reminds me the most of being a youngster and chasing this dream, and has the most nostalgic, sweet, fond childhood memories. You know, I've been doing this since I was 15, watching YouTube even longer. And my main problem now with YouTube is I still have the ambition where it's like, yeah, I would like to, you know, if I found the right thing that really got my blood going, I would still like to kind of chase it, take it a little seriously. I still would like to, you know, maybe build some systems to make it happen with my schedule where I could get one video out a week. Not a Mr. Beast video out a week, not an Eric video out a week, not even a Smallant or a Point Crow video out a week, or a Doug or any like that. I just got to find the system, and most importantly, the what about for my content, for my videos. Because that's the thing I have the most trouble with, is like, I know I want to make content, but I don't know what about. There's a lot of different things where I'm like, that'd be fun to make content about, that'd be fun to make content about. Gaming still pops up here and there, not as much as like 3D printing and other things like that, but I can't like pinpoint it. What is the thing that in the long run, I would be able to make content about, adapting it with the times, and still have that kind of, you know, that thing, that certain thing, some certain thing that remains consistent, more than just me and my personality. No matter what I stream, I will still stream here on the Cubewack channel, but I really want to restart with a focus of doing it the reason I did it to begin with. It seems fun. You know, the stuff I was seeing, I was like, that looks like fun. I want to do that. And the reason I was so consistent and I had so many videos coming out in my earliest YouTube days was because I couldn't stop recording. I was having such a blast that I was recording like 10 videos in a day, uploading 2 of them a day for the next week, going to school because I was still in high school at the time, and then I would do it all again the next weekend. I just record all weekend long, get multiple videos out every day, upload them as fast as I could, and I'd get through games in like 2 weeks. I never thought then, like, oh, this is going to be my job. And then I saw people start making it into a job, and I was like, huh. But obviously, didn't end up working out, even though I did eventually shift too much focus to that, in my opinion. But, you know, that's just really what I want to get back to, is doing YouTube in a way that is fun again and making it match my lifestyle. You know, like, instead of adapting my lifestyle to try to be a big YouTuber, just make content that I'm going to enjoy making and make it to my schedule when I can. You know, I'll try to be consistent just because it feels good to have a somewhat of a schedule with it. But if the schedule is too much to keep up with, guess what? I slow it down. I don't stress on, okay. You know, it's just like, it's kind of like a lot of people treat their second channels. That's what I want to do right now, is just get into it. And you know, I could go a few months without uploading, and then for the next week, I upload, freaking 2 videos a day, because there's a lot of fun stuff I've been building up, wanting to talk about, and I finally find the time. Something like that. Who knows? I'm probably going to do that on the Cody Mack channel that's linked on my channel if anybody's trying to tag along for that journey. But yeah, you know, and the reason I say all of this, and I'm getting in to kind of the direction I'm getting in with this video and what I'm talking about, is because I have accepted and I understand that I will not outperform, I will not outcompete, and I will not stand out over a majority of career creators. I won't. And there's a reason they're career creators, because they're putting that time and effort into it. And I'm not going to be able to top them. I'm not. And that's who you have to compete with to, you know, get big on YouTube. It's those guys who are currently holding the market share, holding the views, and have the audience. You know, you got to be able to have a video somebody wants to click on instead of that. And I know it's most likely not going to be me. More often than not, it's not going to be me, because, you know, I am not putting in that time. And I am not putting in that effort. And, you know, through accepting this, that these people are always going to be better than me because they are actively trying to be, understanding that, accepting that, it saves you from a lot of disappointment. You don't compare yourself to others. You know, I don't look at these big channels that started after me and I'm like, what am I doing wrong that they're doing right, man? I gotta do what they're doing. I gotta go at it that hard. They're not working 12-hour days. They're not even working 8-hour days, I'm sure. And you know, they're really giving this YouTube thing their all. And I admire it. I think it is cool. But I don't have that capacity or that resource any longer. And I just have to accept it. I have studied content creation extensively. I was in classes, the Creator Now program, I was in that. And I see a lot of people that were in my same years, their same seasons, I was in Creator Now. People from then now have millions of subscribers, multiples of them. It's effective. There is creator strategy that works. Mr. Beast talks about it all the time. Eric talks about it. All these big creators that are proving their word on creator strategy and that it's not all luck. It works, but it is a lot of work. You know, unless you can outsource, you could hire people and pay people to start doing all that work for you. You know, it's really hard to be a one-man or even a two-man show and get that all going. This is their job. But for someone like me, it's like, man, I don't even have a few hours a day. I'm lucky if I have a couple hours a day to spend on this. You know, like, I can't do all of that. And, you know, it's not to say that I'm not capable. It's just to say that I don't have that energy or that motivation and drive to do it. as much as I wish I did. I prioritize my family time and my day job over making content and trying to make content into a career, most probably because I haven't found that thing that really gets the fire going to make content about. But it's just, I love my family. I love providing for my family. I like my job. I don't mind my job at all. Wish it was a little less physical at times, but I work in cool places. Like my life, like I was saying earlier, it is good. And I'm not willing to sacrifice my lifestyle for as long as I have trying to make content into a career. I'm not really willing to do it anymore. I really like my life. I'm not getting any younger, and I want to live as much as I can. And I don't have a lot of time off work, so I want to take advantage of that with my family and do fun things as much as I can. You know, sometimes I get the thought that YouTube could be a gateway into having even more time with my family, because then I don't have to commute. I don't have to do 12 hours a day. But that requires such a massive lifestyle shift for me that would not be healthy for me or my family for who knows how long until it works, that I'm not willing to do it. But I'm too happy right now to make my life worse for the hopes of it being better in after it's done being worse. Because it's already not bad. Say I was living paycheck to paycheck, like a lot of people are, on the same work, like time load that it requires. Sure, maybe then I have more incentive to really go after it and chase the dream to improve my life, to be like from the bottom to the top. I wanted this. This was my passion. I made it happen, and my life is so much better than it's ever been. I love those types of stories. But for me, it's like, my life was great. I was very fortunate. I was very blessed to have everything I had. And then I decided that I just wanted to make things harder on myself because it could be better. Like, I don't know. There's a level of greed that I don't possess there to give me that drive, you know, because I already enjoy what I do enough, and I have enough gateways within what I do to do other cool jobs in the same industry that it's like, really hard to see the negatives right now. Like I was saying earlier, I believe in myself, I believe in luck, and I just lack the resources, the motivation, and most importantly, as I've been saying, the what about, the direction to actually take this seriously anymore. I still love doing it. I want to do it as a hobby for at least the immediate time until maybe the idea eventually clicks, but I'm just, you know, kind of admitting that I'm lazy when it comes to YouTube. I don't have a lot of passion in this anymore. With as much time as I spent getting as, you know, all right, decent at it as I am, it's kind of like, well, I guess it was for nothing. No, it was a lot of fun. It was for the memories, the experience. It just wasn't for a career, unfortunately. But, you know, that's why I'm still gonna be doing it and trying to have as much fun with it as I can. And if it freaking works out and it skyrockets, that's freaking funny and awesome. But no hopes, not getting my hopes up. I guess the last thing I'll talk about is where I see myself going in terms of YouTube in the immediate and far future and all that. Just make it a little more clear if you're still here and I have word souped enough. You know, but truthfully, I don't see my life changing too much in the immediate future. I'm still going to work my job and spend time with my family and enjoy my life. And I'm going to live it up, and I'm not going to have YouTube being something that I feel like I'm neglecting in the back of my head, or it's not going to, you know, be something that pulls me back to keep making more and more. You know, I don't want it to be something I feel like I have to do anymore. I just like recording videos. I've enjoyed recording this, to be honest. I just like talking. I might even just talk. I might even just ramble. Maybe it'll work. Maybe people will like listening to me ramble. But you know, I kind of see myself starting out at the very least just making super low effort content on par with like most of Moist Critical's videos, where he's sitting here like this with you and he talks for about 5 to 10 minutes about something, and that's it. See ya. I might just do that because it seems fun. And, like I said, I really just want to have fun with it again, because that's what's been, my heart's been calling me to do lately, is make videos that seem fun. But yeah, in the long-term future, I mean, I have a list here of things I love. I love to talk. I love to make things and learn how to make things. I like 3D printing. That's a huge hobby of mine. And I'd like to make some money with that, whether it be through content creation or making things and selling them or customly designing parts, whatever it might be. I love 3D printing. I think it's super freaking sick. 3D modeling and all that stuff. I have a lot to learn, but it's a lot of fun. That's something I've thought about making content of, but I think I would have to get a lot better and more proficient with 3D printers before that would feel like a lot of fun. Because it doesn't click. It doesn't get that fire going, I've thought about it a lot, probably more than anything lately. Just doesn't click, but maybe one day something will click. Another thing, I love to just kind of ponder and think deeply, philosophically, if you will. And I also love to be stupid and silly and not think at all and just be kind of random, chaotic, and try to make people laugh, There's a lot that makes me, myself, and the hard part is to contain all of that into a single, channel. Make a piece of content or a continuous piece of content that contains everything that I am. It's almost can't be done. It would be foolish to try because it would be a niche beyond anything, unless there's a bunch of clones of me out there that have the exact same interests that I have. It would be so niche. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to have fun until maybe one day something clicks in my heart and in my mind, and my path is clear of what I should take seriously on YouTube and really push on and focus on. And from now until then and beyond, I'm just gonna let my heart be my guiding key. Word to everybody in Kingdom Hearts. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Bye. Thank you again for just all the support the whole time. I guess this is a final, I'm done taking this channel seriously. We'll stream once in a blue moon announcement. So just to fully end off the video and make that clear, because I haven't said that yet. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything. You can find me on my other channel that I'm going to be uploading on. I'll be in the comments talking to you guys. I hope to see you there if it sounds exciting. And if it doesn't, then this is the time for us to part paths, unfortunately. But it's the way it goes. And I wish you all the best. And I hope you freaking follow your dreams and follow your heart and do whatever the heck it is that makes you happy. Even if it's not what you think it's going to be, like with what happened with me. Okay. The bird of goodbye.